Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE. It's a 8:45. Lovely to have you with us on Thursday the 4th of December, Thursday the 4th of December, 8:45 in the evening in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Greenwich Mean Time. And you're watching Scottie McCLUE on TikTok Live. DINKY-DOO. Good evening, Rat Catcher. How lovely to have you with us, and good evening. That was quick. Did you get a notification? I'd like to know. I think we should be told. And Greg's just joined us as well, so there you go. So get on here as soon as you possibly can. Mason says, good evening, Scottie from Greenock. Mason, how lovely to hear from you from Greenock. How did the ton get on? That's it. How did the ton get on? See what I just did there? How amazing is that? Rosie's just joined us and Stez just joined us. Excellent stuff. Who have we got? Evening all, says Jangal. Evening, Jangal. Guys, remember to tell us where you're watching from. That always makes it a lot more interesting if you tell us where you're watching from. Evening all, lovely. Woody's joined us as well. DINKY-DOO, Woody. And Scott, how lovely to see you. How amazing is that? Never stroll, never troll, guys. As soon as you find us, that's the one for you. Hi, Scottie from Yorkshire. Kevin, how lovely to have you on from Yorkshire. Jangal is in Largs. Largs will be windy tonight. Have you ever had it that the ferry doesn't go across to Cumbria? The Republic of North Belfast. Absolutely. We support you, the Republic. You're actually in the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, of course. So there you are. I don't think Northern Ireland wants to be a republic, but we'll see. We'll see. In God We Trust has just joined us. I like your hat. Where's it from? This one's Hogs of Fife. Marvellous shop. Not for much longer, says Ratcatcher. Well, you never know, Ratcatcher. You might be right, actually. I spoke to somebody very senior. They said, Scottie, I'll be honest with you. I think it's a matter of time. Lost 2-0 at the weekend against Ayr United, but on Saturday we're playing Livingston at home. Goodwin Mason at Capillo. How lovely is that? DINKY-DOO, I say to you. There we are. Who have we got here? Christopher's just joined us. Excellent. DINKY-DOO, Scottie, says Kevin. Kevin, how nice to have you with us. And Kevin, thank you for your lovely, lovely gifts. Now, guys, let's get tap as soon as you can, because I want to see if we can beat 41,000 likes. That was incredible. I've got 41 likes now, so we only need 1,000 times that. No Irish ferries this weekend. Why is that, Ratcatcher? Is that the weather? Yes, Capillo, brilliant stadium. Absolutely. DINKY-DOO. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. DINKY-DOO. Lawrence has just joined us. How lovely to have you all with us. This is amazing. Tell us where you're watching from. Storm Dara. Dara. There we are. And who is the Dara the storm's named after? Is it Big Dara? Hi from Faldhouse. Oh, I like Faldhouse. I know it very well. I used to visit that on my way to Forth, and then you could travel on into Edinburgh, and Edinburgh comes up quick, I tell you. There we are. Marky's just joined us. DINKY-DOO Marky. And Slurpy Soup. Slurpy Soup is with us. Tell 10 guys. Get sharing. Hi from Moffat, Marky. You know I'm in love with Moffat. The Moffat Toffee and the Rumbling Dum. I'm from Gravesend in England. Now, Lawrence, I remember a boat. You might remember it. I don't know, you might be too young. That used to go from Gravesend to Tilbury. Have I got that right? Tilbury Docks to Gravesend. And she was called the Rose. And she came to Scotland and was renamed the Keppel. So what about that? Do you like that? Are you too young to remember the Rose? The Rose, and she had a sister. I think it was the Edith. Hi from Uddingston. Hello, Scottie boy. Hello, Marky boy. Kareem's joined us. Hello. Hello, Kareem. Yes, Saoirse Scott. I tell you, Saoirse Scott. Have I got that right, Kareem? Have I said it right? I know I'm supposed to be the great Scotsman, but it's always good to make sure we're getting something right. So there we are. Now, who have we got here? Let's just see. Dinky-Doo, says Mike. There's Mike with his grandfather, First World War naval officer. Very smart. We do like that, Mike. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Hello from Chrissy. Chrissy, it's always nice to know you're there. And Dinky-Doo, Chrissy, have you got a notification that says Scottie McCLUE's gone live? There we go. I tell you, I'd rather you got Scottie McCLUE's gone live than Scottie McCLUE's gone rogue. The wonderful Richard Tanner has just joined us. And what has Richard done? What he always does. Sent me a beautiful gift. Thank you, Richard. You're very, very kind. I tell you. So there we go. As soon as you come on, though, let us know where you're watching from and then get sharing and get following, right? I need everybody on TikTok should be following Scottie McCLUE because there's no excuse not to. Everybody needs to keep going tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. There we are. I've got nearly 1,000 likes. Now, we actually need 41,000. But I'm just telling you now because we did it in an hour the last time. You see, sometimes they just pop up. I think I'll only be popping up for a minute or two. And you end up being on for an hour because you guys are so interesting. That's the whole thing about it. I tell you, Chrissy, you've just given me a red rose as well. You've got the number 2 gifter badge. How good is that? Have you liked the lunchtime pop-ups? Has anyone seen them? And does it help if we pop up all the wee minutes at the end afterwards and let people see what's happened? James has just joined us. Dinky-Doo. James from all of us here at Scottie McCLUE Live on TikTok, just for you. That's what it's about. Tell us where you're watching from, guys. I want to know. 1,800 likes. Everybody, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. And share. Mike, thank you for that beautiful red rose. Mike's just given me a red rose. You never have to give McCLUE anything. But if you're feeling flush, there's always a little goal there for popping in just a red rose or something. Lovely to have everybody with us tonight. James. Woo! James has just said, woo! Confetti. Woo! James, what have you done? We've just achieved the goal. Woo! Stop, James. Save your pennies. How lovely is that, I tell you. Megan says she's had an awful day. She's got a problem of a personal nature. I think what we'll do, Megan, we'll let you go so you can attend to that. So, guys, say bye-bye to Megan. She'll never be heard of again now. She's got to sort her problem out. Whew, there she goes. That's the end of Megan. Lovely. Right. Now, who else have we got here? Bones, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Hello, says Dexter. Dinky-Doo. Chantel sent me a heart. Join my team. You people are beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you, kind sir. Not at all, Mike. Thank you. Richard, what have you done? Richard's got the number 1 gifter badge again, guys. Sending me red roses and things. Hello, everybody. Hello from Scotland, says Dexter. Dinky-Doo. And Stuarty is watching in Polmont. Yes, Polmont. And is the next stop Linlithgow. Have I got that right? Pardon me, depending on which way you're going, of course. Hello from Thailand. I love your Welsh accent. Oh, Smurf. Everybody loves my Welsh accent. So how are you doing, boyo? I tell you, it's very, very wet night in here. I'm actually Scottish, but everybody admires my Welsh accent. So there we are. Can I join you live, please? You've joined it. Very top of the Highlands here. What are you talking, Willie? Sutherland. I tell you, they're Guyland Southern, the 93rd. Now, there are Euphay Glenrothes. No, Euphay Glenrothes, Scott Jr. You sound as if you're afraid the hame of the roundabout. Dinky-Doo from here. Stop the boats. Right, ding, 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 ding. Stop engines. There we are, that's you sorted. Kent in England, where Richard, I know you're in Kent. We love Kent. Maidstone. Is that right, Maidstone? We love it. And where else have we got here? Oh, so many beautiful places again. Ramsgate. Yes, indeed. What about Faversham? Do you know Faversham? Definitely an Alba-loving reform. Tiki Moore. I'm not political at all, of course, so you got that wrong, but it's very interesting to hear. James sent me 5 confettis. Dinky-Doo from here, says Chris. St Andrews. We love St Andrews. Ken. Have you ever tried to buy a house in St Andrews? Cutie, says Iona. You're very kind, Iona. Thank you. Now, I have a new month, says Star King. Very pleased to hear it. Is it a canary? Yes, indeed. Dinky-Doo, Scottie McCLUE. Dinky-Doo, Jamie. Guys, tell us where you're watching from. Chantel has sent me a heart me. Hiya from Birmingham in UK, Star King. We love Birmingham. Thank you. Dinky-Doo, tuning in from Cumnock. Aye, Cumnock. What a fine part of the world you're in as well. A new Latin patent solution in Italy. Yes, what's that all about? You've lost us all there. How are you doing? We're Dinky-Doo, Star King. Now then, Star King says he went to Google in London. Never been. My dad was Welsh. She would be impressed, oh, I tell you, boyo. Yes, Nosda. Some comments in this live were filtered. We love that. That means the wee haters have been booted down the swanny. There's the wonderful Alex Robertson, one of our top actors. Hi, Scottie, how are you? I'm better for hearing from you, Alex. Have you ever heard of the town Lark Hall? Heard of it? Heavens above, I've been. The longest main street in the world. You're driving along the main street. You say, excuse me, could you tell me, where am I at the moment? They go, you're in the main street in Lark Hall, in Larky. You say, oh, thank you. Then you travel another 10 miles, straight line. Excuse me, could you tell me where I am now? Aye, you're in the main street in Lark Hall, in Lanarkshire, Larky. We love it. We love Lark Hall. There we are. Lots of lovely old houses there. Some of them were built around 1690, somebody told me. Is that right? So there you go. Stop asylum seekers. Well, Starking, you can never stop asylum seekers. They're genuine people seeking asylum, you know. But what you could do is stop a lot of the illegal immigrants, couldn't you? Favourite school subject, Scottie? Oh, I have so many. English, drama, history, music, geography, modern studies, what else? PE, great athlete me, you know. I tell you, share the live, guys. Get sharing as soon as you possibly can. 6,200 likes. If everybody goes tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, 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 then we could end up beating the 41,000. So come on. And also, have you followed? Let me see. I can tell if you've followed or not. No! A lot of you haven't followed. Come on. What's going on? Dexter, thank you very much for your beautiful gifts. Roscoe says, yes. There we are. I've just been followed. I love it. Thank you. Morning, Lord Duke of Dundee, the wonderful Onion Bargee in Australia, down under. Lovely to have you with us, Onion Bargee. Falkirk Dog Boarding, Scottie, I thought you were deed legend. Loved your radio back in the day. Well, no, I don't think I'm deed. I checked. I seem to be mine. My son and daughter, both at St Andrews University, well, just a cotton picking min. I'll tell you, they will do very, very well, because Scottish education is the thing to have. And of course, you had William and Kate were St Andrews graduates. Yes. Scottie, a Merry Christmas to one and all. Kareem, you're such a lovely guy. You've just got the #1 gifter badge as well. I think I used to listen to you when I was about 12 on my radio every night about 30 years ago. Well, Eludar, or El Duro, how do we say your name? Wait a minute. El Dudarino. Son of Scott, thank you for your gift. Son of Scotland. Yes, it would be exactly 30 years ago next week. It was the 12th of December, 1994. Alex says, what do you think of the Motherwell Theatre being demolished? A very sad day. Alex, a very, very sad day. I've performed at Motherwell. Long time ago, I'm sure. And you had the lovely McCalls was there a lot, the pantomime. I live in one of the houses first built in Lark Hall, the old miners' cottages. That's right, Blake. Now, would that be built about 1690? What is the meaning of life, says McAllister the Goat? The meaning of life, McAllister, is that we're here. And it's not the dress rehearsal. And we're here for a purpose. We're here to do as much good as we possibly can. And I've only met one bad man. And he took money off me in a business deal. Very, very bad man. And very damaged, of course, as well. And we're here so that good always triumphs over evil. All right? That's the meaning of life. There we are. And if you write down good, and then a line below it, and then evil, then you take one of the O's out of good, what do you get? And if you stick a D in front of evil, what do you get? Fibsum! Thank you for 20 flame hearts. You're so very, very kind. Guys, we're 7,400 likes. Come on, everybody get tap. Fibsum, you're still doing it. Yes, please don't empty out your bank. Watching from Spain, says Darren. Ah, yes, I did. Buenas noches. I tell you there. See. Can I get a wee shout out for my girls, Mia and Neve, please? Everyone's finest. A big shout out to Mia and Eve. Now, is it Mia or Maya? I always have to ask. I would have thought it was Mia, but usually if you say Mia, someone goes, it's actually Maya. You know, that sort of idea. Noticed Tony Blackburn's still working. I remember him on a boat. Was it Luxembourg? No, Luxembourg wasn't on a boat. Would it not be? Was he on Caroline? I tell you, beautiful people have just followed me. JVC, thank you so much. So there we are. Scottish Savage, thank you. So there we go. No, definitely not Eve. You've got that 100% wrong. 100% wrong. You've got to watch saying things like that. No question of that. I would have gone somewhere else. All right. How's Scottie today? Tom, DINKY-DOO, lovely to have you with us. What's on the menu for Christmas dinner? Christmas dinner is, we're going to have, I think, roast beef this year. I think there's going to be a wee change. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit of turkey. We'll see what's what, I tell you. Sona says, you're not doing radio anymore. Well, I haven't done radio now for about 4 years. Maybe even 6 years. Can't remember, professional radio. Brilliant, says Falkirk. DINKY-DOO Falkirk. Thank you for everything you do. For the dogs. For the poochies. Scottie, can you please say Marry. What am I saying? Marry? No, I don't think. You don't want to say that. There we go. Dinky-Doo, it's so lovely. Now, what else have we got? Thank you for sending me all your beautiful gifts, everybody. Still wasting people's time. Irvin, if you're still wasting people's time, stop it. But at least you've confessed. And admitting you've got a problem's the first step to sorting it. Then where he's wasted people's time all his life, that guy. Hi, Scotty, it's Mia. Give me a shout out, please. All right. There we are. Evening from a chilly Jedburgh. Yes, indeed. Ooh, it'll be cold in the borders. Falco says, your show was minted, pal. I was a chef back in the 90s and had your show on every day in the kitchen. Well, we did the evening show and then we went on to the morning show. And everybody said, oh, I don't think the mornings will be as successful as the evenings. Newsflash, what happened? Doubled the audience again. 8,200 likes. Is everybody tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? Very, very important. Kareem, you've just got the number 2 gifted badge. So there you go. Donald Trump, we like. Would you like Scotland to be independent? I would like Scotland to keep its own money and stop subsidising Westminster. So whatever's involved in that, we send them £75 billion a year and they send us back 28 billion. And then they make a big announcement like, yeah, we're giving Scotland a lot more money. What they're saying is, we'll give you some of your own money back. It's like me lending you 50 quid and you saying, Scotty, I'd like to give you a tenner. Thank you for the flame hearts. There we go. There's Del Boy. Thank you, Del Boy. Nice to hear from you. I like your hat. There's a picture of you on there. There should be more hats like that. Yes, everybody should have a picture of Scottie McCLUE on their bonnet, or it's not a proper bonnet. So there we go. Kevin says, oh, right, Kevin. Yes, well, if that's his title, that's what you'd call him. Hey, I've done a few pantomimes in Motherwell Theatre myself. It was a lovely venue. Absolutely, Alex. Would you like Scotland? Well, you've asked me that. Yes, would I like Scotland to be? Of course, absolutely. Scotland will always be under UK control. Not necessarily, Mickey. You know, there's no reason why it should be. If we kept our own money, you know, I mean, they've done terrible things to Scotland over the last 317 years. Now it's time for us to regain, note that word, regain independence. Yes, because everything was fine up till then. Don't forget us in the big house. Cabbage, how could I forget you in the big house? Hello, Scotty. Best wishes from Darren in Nottingham. Are you ready for Christmas? Darren, is anybody ever actually ready for Christmas? It's always a bit of a rush, isn't it? I tell you. You are the man, Scotty. Brilliant. Keep it coming. Thank you, Irvin's finest. Will you watch the Tucker Carlson interview with the Russian foreign minister? Well, Tucker Carlson is a very, very fine broadcaster. And I think everybody appreciates his work. So there we go. Guys, get liking. Thank you, Michael. Scotty, I heard a rumour you were once number 1 on the radio. Numero uno. Yeah, numero uno. Heading for Radio 1. And then what happened at one stage, some dafty, they sold the station, some dafty came in, right? And he thought, I think we'd like to try something other than the phone-in. Disaster. They had to sell it again. I mean, what are people at? I'm numbsy tapping, I can't tap anymore. Jaden, don't tap anymore. You've done a wonderful job. We're sitting at 8,500 likes. Get following every day. Scotty, what team do you support? Oh, lots of teams. Lots of them. Is the other money not used for other things like the NHS, National Defence, please, things like that? Well, no. Your money goes to pay the interest on the national debt. but they won't tell us where the national debt is or who's got it or who's getting the money. You know, I mean, I don't know why they don't just say, look, we're so short of money at the moment. We've got a big black hole in the finances. So we're going to default on the national debt. You'll no be getting it. And whoever it is would then have to come out the woodwork and say, oh, wait a minute now. I lent you all these trillions in good faith. There we are. Scotland's not got enough income to self-sustain. Are you kidding, building surveyor? You obviously don't know about Scotland. The financial sector in Scotland alone is worth north of £1 trillion, nearer £1.5 trillion, right? And we've got 75 billion we bring in every year. And we give it all to Westminster. So do you not think if we kept that, well, we don't give it all because we get 28 back with this Barnett formula. But if we hung on to that 75 billion, we'd be laughing. So don't ever think Scotland's not got enough income to self-sustain. If we didn't give it away, we could rebuild our economy in, maybe a couple of years. We wish the NHS has no more money than your average family these days. Because it's not what comes into the NHS, it's giving it away. One company during the pandemic in Europe got 100 billion quid from this country. 100 billion quid. And look at the billions wasted. Very concerned about the next 4 years in the USA. Walter, never, ever, ever be concerned about the next 4 years in the UK. Be concerned about the last 4 years, because these were the ones that they didn't have Mr. Trump. But Mr. Trump will sort the world out, so just you relax, chill, and watch it all unwind. And then you'll be so glad you did. You are cold. No, I'm fine, actually. In fact, I'm roasting. In fact, it's so warm. I'll give myself a mop down. Whew. There we are. That's better. Love from Paisley. Oh, you're a buddy. National Defence gets hardly any funding today, even with rising tensions and the police. But your friend, Mr. Starmer, has announced today that he's going to put another, 15,000 police officers? You know, because we lost about 12,000 under the Tories, didn't we? Have you ever been funded? Have ever been funded with the government that much? No, we fund the government. We're not funded by the government. You've got to get the right way around. A man that was on the radio and reduced to TikTok trolls, Paul. No. Right, I had millions of listeners on the radio. I'm now known to 2 billion people in the world. That is 20% of the world's population knows Scottie McCLUE, and it might be more. So there's no reduced. And if you go to my YouTube channel, if you tap at the URL, that'll take you to the website, scottie-mcclue.com, yeah, and you'll see just how big the YouTube channel has got. I think it's about 26,000 subscribers, and 2 million watched it last month. You'll see the figures up there, I tell you. So it's much, much bigger, Paul. So never, ever think that. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't promotion. Do you see what I mean? So the radio is going to be limited. The internet helps a bit, but I'm on the internet all the time. So, save your empathy. You're still on the radio, says Whippy. No, it came off about 4 years ago. And the NHS in a bad place. They saved my life a year ago. So there you are. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. Yeah. No doubt every worker's an absolute warrior. And they're all lovely. Absolutely. Now, what have you got? Let's get rid of Paul. Paul is obviously hoping to be a wit, and he's halfway there. Paul, can we all say goodbye to you? That's it. There we go. Paul's away, guys. Lovely, lovely. Scotland does not need England. No, of course it doesn't. Oh, the phone's on, says Chris. They're not on just now, Chris. So that's that. That's Paul away. What a half. I'm an American. I'm in Scotland. I love it here. Flat Dog, I'm so pleased to hear that. Guys, can we all tap, tap, tappity tap? We've got 8,700 likes. I don't think we'll beat the 41,000 tonight, but I need to have another 200 followers. So if you haven't followed Scottie, please do. There's Joseph. Totally agree, pal. Trump will help us. He will indeed. There we go. Now, what have we got here? There's more sheep in Scotland than people. Well, of course, that's the beauty. Scotland is about the same size as England, but there's a tenth of the population because the English cleared everybody off the land. That's why there's more sheep. Look up the Duke of Sutherland in the 1800s. Do you think Stanley Baxter will outlive us all? I hope he does. Wonderful, wonderful man in his 90th. Now, what have we got here? My dad loves you, says Harry. Who would you like as a PM? For Scotland, you see, I think what should really happen, probably Northern Ireland will just float off with the rest of Ireland, right? So that's that gone. And then England and Wales will be left if Scotland goes independent. So I think it would be quite nice to have maybe somebody like, Nigel Farage would make a very good Prime Minister. I've watched him a lot recently, but not for Scotland. You know, that's the stuff. I mean, Scotland, they want their own people in. The current military is just under 300,000 active members, around 100,000 reserves. And it's not a lot, is it? Which is comical compared to the numbers we previously had. You got booted off radio? Never. No, not at all. Oh, that's that, Paul. Half-wit. There we are. Bad thinking. A good army is almost the best deterrent, apart from the nukes. Well, the nukes are really only a deterrent, aren't they? Now, who have we got here? VK. Guys, can we all say bye to VK? There we go. Lovely. It makes me laugh that people come on and complain. You're getting this for nothing. You don't have to stay. You know? What's your thoughts on Scotland going independent? If we do, would we get free healthcare? Of course. You get a lot more free healthcare. Probably get almost free power as well. There we have it. Now, Lee says you will not beat me. I think they've all beaten you, Lee. I think you're too late, La. How's it going, Scottie? Do you do any shooting? I don't shoot nowadays, no. Although I am actually a crack shot, believe it or not. But I don't have a gun, and I don't have a license now, and I don't go shooting. I would only do it for the pot. So there we go. Now, happening, says David. Dinky-Doo, David. There are Robert Kennedy, Dinky-Doo. Yes, good one, Joseph. What's your thoughts on Scotland going? Oh, well, we've done that. We've done all that, I tell you. Why are you putting people off? We're putting them off, Lee, because they're cheeking up. These are very, very, very silly people. Yeah, and you don't want to waste your time with them. They're just saying silly things because that's what they do on everybody's live, and you have to just get them off. Ben says, bye, VK. Hello, pal. Good to see you again, top man. Tam. So lovely to have you with us. Guys, I need a little more tapping. We're 9,600 likes. I don't think we'll make the 41,000. Has everybody followed? Very important. You say you aren't political, but you know you're very political, pushing independence. No, independence is not actually political at all. Independence is economic. So it's far, far bigger than any politics or any political party, you know. And the finest man for independence passed away recently, and they had his memorial service on Saturday, the late Alex Salmond. So there we are. So no, I'm not political at all. You see, if you're going to do what I do, and you're going to comment with a high degree of intelligence about important issues, you can't be political. You can't be influenced by one party or the other. You know, and all I'm saying is that independence from a practical point of view would be very good for Scotland. It might not be so good for the rest of the UK. Are you with me? Scottie behaves, Sir David. What radio did you do, St Basil? 35 stations over the last 40 years. Used to make myself and my best mate laugh back in the 90s at the 1-2 buckle my shoe. Oh, there's still people at that, I tell you. Now, Lee, maybe you'd better go because I don't think you're the sharpest tool in the box. There's Lee away. Oh, my goodness me. Right. Now then, do you get a lot of voice-over work? Well, Joseph, I haven't been doing a lot recently because I haven't been terribly well chest-wise. You know, Dinky-Doo lie to you, but I used to do a lot of voice-over work. 1979 is when I started on the commercials. 45 years ago. Wow. Scottie, I sent over some pictures on Instagram. My uncle in the Scottish Horse Pipe Band. Lee, I love it. Thank you. Yes, brilliant. I wonder if your grandfather's in it. He was a piper. But I'm not sure if the band at the time was the Black Watch. Scottie, it's been a very long time. It's Spencer. Do you remember me from Nebraska in the USA? Spencer, I do. We used to talk all the time. Lovely. Great to see you and you. So there we go. I tell you, a Labour in or out? Well, it's not really Labour, is it? The main political parties have been infiltrated and hijacked. So you've got a lot of people in there that don't believe in Labour policies. They're not for the ordinary people. There we go. Two cheeks of the same article. Indeed, Joseph. Independence is dead, mates, says Jordan. Jordan, far from it. It's actually on the way up. So when we had the referendum in 2014, it was 45% for independence, 55% against. Now, a lot of these were panickers. A lot of them were, influenced by some of the people that were misconstruing the truth. All that kind of idea. Old people were threatened that they would lose their pensions. A lot of rubbish. So, now independence is 58% for independence, yes, and 42% against independence. So there we are. It's called being apolitical, absolutely, Shane. Wow, I remember you in Preston when I was a kid. I rang in once, Manchise. Amazing. That's going back 32 years. Yes. Hey, help Scottie. Hope you're good. Kevin Dinky-Doo. Help Scottie. Yes, read. Hello. Gordon Wee Oliver here. I'm not opposed to independence, but no one can guarantee its success. Gordon, there are no guarantees in life. Nobody has ever guaranteed your success or my success, but we've still had it. So there you are. So there are no guarantees, but we know it works because Scotland was independent for 1,000 years before it had the last 317 years of being robbed blind. Yes? Scottie, former Glasgow United football team. Yes, indeed, absolutely. My grandfather was a miner from Colburn. Well, he was in the right place to be mining. Yes, Colburn. So there we go. Now, who else have we got? Scottie McCLUE, how do you do? Charlie says, blocking people, look at your views. I know, Charlie, my viewers can sometimes go down to maybe only 5,000. You know, if you look at who's actually viewed, huge. So there we go. Scottie McCLUE, how do you do? There we go. Yep, well over 1,000 viewers right now. In fact, it's just turned 1,000. Amazing. Guys, I need another 85 followers. How to get following? Scottie McCLUE, how do you do? Black and Decker. No, it definitely had its own band in the First World War. They wore the Murray of Tullibardine kilt. Very nice. We like it, the Murray kilt. The other soldiers wore Murray of Atholl. But I've done some hunting, and that's what they're wearing. Lee, we love it. The Murray tartan is very nice, because I've actually had the Atholl Highlanders play at a function. So there we are. I read about the MP3 player hacks. I know, Mike, ridiculous nonsense. Are you Scottish and English? Well, no, I'm Scottish and British, because you can't be Scottish without being British. You see? Because Britain is a landmass, and Scotland has the top part of the landmass. So there you go. I tell you, Sienna. The only way I could consider independence is the SNP wasn't spearheading it. Well, Prince, you need to get the other parties. You see, I think the Scottish Parliament, you should only be allowed a political party if they're pro-independence. So if you've got Scottish Conservatives, pro-independence, you would make them. Scottish Labour, pro-independence. SNP, pro-independence. Halba, I think I'm saying it right. Halba, the pro-independence. So that's the Tories, the Labour, the Liberal Dems, pro-independence. And that's how a Scottish Parliament should work. They're all pro-independence. So we're all agreed, yes, economically, Scotland should be independent. So there you are. So it's much bigger. The voice of a generation, says Joseph. Of course, Joseph. I speak for the whole country. Your accent is so Scottish, but so English. Well, Sienna, you can't have both. So there are death and taxes, says Joseph. Do you have a photographic memory? Your memory seems incredible. Well, Gordon, yes. I mean, I can remember when I was 3. I can remember looking at the St. Columba arriving at Gourock Pier on a misty morning. Yes, indeed. Well said, Scottie. Absolutely, Falkirk. I tell you. So it's not really political. Would you and some broadcasting pals not start up an internet radio station? Well, of course, Gordon, I mean, I've done it on my own website. Has everybody been on to Scottie-McClue.com? You should all go on and take a look at that. And we used to go live on that every night. But then that was superseded. In those days, there was no TikTok or YouTube. The Pipers wore the Murray of Tullibardine, which is red. Yes, I'm sure there was a big shield presented at the Highland Games. There was the Tullibardine shield. Yes, Murray of Tullibardine. Or get into a Glasgow local multiplex with a new local radio station. Well, the only problem you've got there is the local multiplex is owned by somebody. So you'd be paying them a lot of rent. I've sent you some messages on Instagram regarding the Scottish horse. I'd love to hear from you. Right. We are allowed to have another... Are we allowed to have another independence vote? There's no allowed about it. If Scotland decided that it wanted to go ahead with another referendum, as far as I can see, legally, they don't need permission from Westminster, but it would be manners just to let Westminster know. Up the RA, sir. Absolutely. The Royal Artillery, we salute you. A fine British regiment, sir. There we go. Now, what have we got here? Defo, without a doubt, you're still supporting the Gers. Well, I don't support any particular football team. You know? I mean, hail, hail, I say. And mon the hoops, and we are the people. The boys in the big hoose used to love you, but they can't get TikTok or YouTube. But they were allowed the radios, yes. Several big hoosies all over the country. When I left Scotland, I went down to Liverpool, and they used to send me letters from Walton, Manchester, Strangeways, HMP Preston. Oh, you have no idea. What would happen when the army if Scotland went independent? Well, most of the army's Scottish anyway. So we would just say, what do you need? You know, what's the requirement? And we could pay for that separately. See, the second Scotland goes independence, £60 billion would be returned because of the national debt, because Scotland hasn't clocked it up. What if Scotland decided it didn't want another IndyRef? Well, why would it do that, Gordon? Why would you want to remain in poverty when you could have a good life? It's as simple as that. I mean, when some people say, how's Mr. Trump managed it? You say, because on a very simple level, when Mr. Trump's in, people are able to afford to live. When the other mob are in, they're trying to squeeze the people. Take all the money for themselves, so they can call themselves elite. Now, have you ever been to Luton? It's electric. DINKY-DOO, Sarah. Yes, I do, Kira. Scotland's a colony of the UK. No, Scotland's a country in the UK. But I see what you mean. It has been treated like a colony, because Westminster assumed that they had the upper hand. But no, Scotland, see, Scotland actually built the empire for Westminster, you know. He voted SNP, Scottish National Pies, and Sean, you're such a funny man. I tell you, our lives would be so much better as an independent nation and a member of the European Union. Now I would have agreed with you until recently. The problem is the European Union has become incredibly political. What did it used to be? The European Economic Union. But now it's very, very political. And it used to give money. I mean, Scotland did very well out of Europe. And we had a seat at the big table. And you're there talking to all these other countries. Tremendous. So we made ourselves unpopular for coming out. Castlemilk, Bobby, DINKY-DOO and Castlemilk. It was the common market initially. It was indeed, Gordon. Yes, Mr. Heath, because General Charles de Gaulle had said none. We actually begged on bended knee. And Winston Churchill, at the end of the Second World War, 1946, when he spoke in Holland, and he was the original architect of Europe. Yeah? So you can't dent that fact. You can't, Christy Pye. You were good in Star Wars, of course I was. Good in any wars, me. So DINKY-DOO VH has just joined us. How are we doing for time? Oh my goodness me. Guys, I'm needing another 42 followers. 42. So get following. Winston was a racist tyrant. Who told you that? Who's spreading that about? Scottie, it's been a while. We used to go live together a few times. Hope you're good. You look well. I thank you, Sean. DINKY-DOO. Jim's just followed. Ryan says he's a royal lover. Well, Ryan, you're not alone. There's a lot of people support the crown. You know, absolutely. Yes, carry on. Good old Ryan. John Joes just joined us. DINKY-DOO. Guys, can you get tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? Has everybody followed? Has everybody shared the videos? Not me, absolutely not. Well, that's what you said. You said you were a royal lover. So there we are. I tell you, you've also got the gifter badge. So there we go. So Ryan, always remember, whether or not you like the incumbent, you must support the crown. Yes, because that's our symbol of authority, and that's what feeds you. So don't bite the hand that feeds you. Scottie, what's the most interesting fact you know? Oh, Reese, there are millions of interesting facts I know. One of them is that virtually everyone on TikTok is a delight, apart from the silly ones that go on. I don't need to do anything. Oh, you do, Ryan, because, you know, you need to salute the crown. They've been feeding you since birth. So there we go. So don't ever cheek up to the crown. And the problem is, you're giving the unionists a wee bit of ammo there, because they can say, but what's happening with the king? And the Scots need to have an answer and say, there'll be no change there, I tell you. Okay. Can you please say well to my good friend Jason? Of course I can. They don't deserve to be here. Well, they do, Ryan, because they bring so much money into the country. And they've been here for not just 1,200 years. They've been here for 2,347 years. And a lot of journalists agree they are a Celtic clan, right, from Ireland. So all the Irish should be supporting them. Sean Bo is asking me about 2 brands of wine. I wouldn't know, Sean Bo. I don't take either. So there we are. Ryan, I'm not going to go into that low level of gutter sniping, you know. So there you go. So we're going to have to, you know, get rid of you if you're going to go down to gutter level. We don't go into the gutter here. We don't come down to that level. You need to come up to mine. There we are. Right. So there we go. We'll say bye-bye to Ryan. He's gone. Okay. That's the end of that. I tell you. Scottie McCLUE. Yes, there we have it. Certainly. DINKY-DOO, I say to you, 30 pence. You got that 100% wrong. I've worked since I was 12. Now there's John has just joined us. John, you've got a lovely famous name in Paisley. If you went to Paisley, very famous name, I tell you. Right, I've got another 5 minutes, guys. Then we're going to have to go. Hold on, I'll just sort this one out. Wonderful. That's that. There we go. If anybody cheeks up, guys, we'll just send them doon the swanny. Can everybody get following, please? 12,000 likes tonight. Thank you. You beautiful, beautiful likers. We'll need to try and see if we can beat the record, which is 41,000 in an hour. What do you think's the most interesting part of history? The real bits, Reese. The bits that haven't been made up. You know, so what really has happened, real history. And you need to look at a lot of different sources to get the picture exactly. But the most interesting part of history, I think when Britain had command of the sea, So you're talking about really from the 1600s onwards. So go back about 500 years. What was your general election vote? I think it was a bit too low, to be honest with you. I tell you, Reese, wonderful Reese Carr is sending huge amounts of red roses. Reese, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Jim's liking the live. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Woo! There we go. Now, what else have we got here? Lux has just joined us. Time for a general sup, everybody. General sup. Reese, you've just sent 65 red roses. We're at 13,400 likes. I do triple, yes, but not quite to the same extent. So there you go. Now then, Scottie, you're by far my favourite person on this app. Nice to have an intellectual conversation. Well, do you know, Reese, I think that's how I've lasted, is because we can give a good chat to decent people. You know, that's what it's about, and there's a lot of decent people on the TikTok, I tell you. There you go. Now, who else have we got? Sofonda has joined us. Nice to see you again. Wonderful. Come and join us. Mon the Celtics is Keegan. Hail, hail, Keegan. We are the people, I tell you. So there we have it. Guys, I've only got 3 more minutes. Don't let me go. I need another 30 followers. As everybody that's watching actually followed, go up to the top left, click the follow. I don't suppose you have an interesting football fact. I've got so many interesting. All right, here's one for you. Glasgow Rangers were founded in 1878 by the McNeil brothers walking through Kelvin Grove Park. What about that for an interesting football fact? I tell you. There we go. Another interesting football fact is I shared an agent with George Best. Oh, amazing, I tell you. Rick's just joined us. DINKY-DOO, Rick, love to see you. Sean Bow, thank you for liking the live, guys. Why, nearly at 16,000 likes. 16,000 likes. How good is that? Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. 4 more followers, please. Now, hello from Indiana, Rick. We love you in Indiana. You're such a top man. Reese is giving... Reese, 50% of the red rose target. Stop! 50%. We need to celebrate. Woo! 50% of the red rose target. I can't believe it. Thanks for the invite, sir. Not at all. Guys, get following as soon as you possibly can. Big Lee has just followed us. Thank you. Reese, what are you doing? Reese is spending all his pennies on the red roses. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Guys, that's amazing. I tell you. Now, who have we got? We've only got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. DINKY-DOO, Scottie. Hello, Harrop. What I'll do is I'll sing you the goodbye song. Reese, thank you so much. Naughty boy, though, spending all your pennies on Scottie McCLUE's pop-up. 16,600 likes. Right, let's go. Are we ready? 80% of the live is complete. Oh, my goodness me. The live goal's been achieved. What is that like? Guys, I'm going to have to go. I love you all. DINKY-DOO.